So moving into today, how do you feel like, I don't know, the trajectory of the person that you are today and the mother that you are and the wife and partner that you are, how has that been impacted by this work of, we call it coaching, but really it's just self-awareness, right?
Right.
It's looking at your patterns of behavior, looking at your nervous system and its tendencies and what your body might be storing, looking at your lineage and the way you were raised. And so how has this self-awareness work, including the calm your body, calm your mind, that whole curriculum, like how has this changed things for you today? Like how has it changed who you are and how you parent and stuff?
So I think the biggest way that I see it changed me, and honestly, I guess I would say how it affected my family too, is that I am able to hold the space for myself a little bit better than I did before. It's not like I'm flawless at it yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully someday I could be, but I feel like I allow myself to be an individual and have all types of feelings. Like,
Mhm.
whereas before coaching, I know I was kind of making sure that, like, that mom is happy, right? Because when mom is happy, things go smoothly. But having that just really unrealistic expectation of not being human
Yeah.
with all sorts of emotions was actually like causing me more stress and more overwhelm. And today I could say that, like, if I'm not feeling well or I just feel like I want to like sit and rest, then I'll do that. I take advantage of the time that I want to spend with my kids as purposeful time. I know I used to limit myself to believing that if I was playing with my kids, I needed to play what they wanted to play.
Yeah.
And now more of our time spent together might look like, yeah, I'll paint your nails, or let's go on a walk around the block, because that's something that I really enjoy doing, being in the fresh air and the sunshine, and they can ride their bikes. Let's put away your laundry together. Just
Amazing.
different stuff like that is how I end up showing up for them, and then they know that, like, we had time spent together. So I think
Yeah.
our family functions on a more cohesive level than we were before.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like before you, in both scenarios, you before coaching and you after, you wanted to be happy. But
Mhm.
in the pre-coaching, you were kind of like denying the negative feelings and trying to force yourself into like this happy mode for the benefit of your kids, right? Is that right?
Yeah, and two, I would say, I hadn't mentioned it yet, but something I did all the time was I would kind of do like a really um harsh examination of myself in my head at the end of the day, and so
Mm,
much of that
yeah.
was blame and shame
Mm,
too, and I would just hold on to all of the things I felt like I was doing wrong. um and
yeah.
the worst part of that is that by doing that, I would end up repeating some of those same patterns the next day, because I just, again, I was holding myself to such an impossible standard.
Yeah.
And it part of what was making myself like so anxious or so shouty or whatever that might have been is that it wasn't that I wasn't forgiving of other people, it was that I wasn't forgiving of myself.
Hmm. That's such a big realization. And so then your post coaching, you're just and I've heard you reflect and talk through things, and you are so much more kind and your expectations are more realistic. You treat yourself like a full spectrum human, not just some mom robot that's in this box of expectations. And
Yeah.
yeah, it just feels like your body's happier. I mean, you've had two babies since those miscarriages,
Yes.
which is incredible. You're pregnant right now.
Yes.
So exciting. And you had your other baby. So yeah, it just feels like your body's done a 180. And I think it needed a little bit more trust, a little bit more love from you and nurturing.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was ready to respond and work with you and give you those babies. It's so special. So,
Yes.
oh, amazing. Anything you'd want to say to a mom as we wrap up? Anything you'd want to say to a mom who has some similarities in her story to yours and is maybe considering doing this work, but maybe she's feeling nervous or she's feeling like can she really do it? Or can she just do it on her own? Like anything you want to say to that?
Something I really enjoyed about coaching that I honestly didn't expect to. I will say I went into group coaching because of a financial piece where group coaching was more affordable to me than one-on-one. But in the end, group coaching is exactly where I belonged. It's community is something I really value that I probably didn't know about myself beforehand. But even in my friendships, in my church relationships, in my own business, community is one of my top, like, that's what I want people to feel is feel that community. It makes me personally feel like there's someone out there who can relate to my story and that I'm not alone.
Yeah.
So, I would say that, and I mean, like, to say it's worth it seems like such a blanket statement, but I would say for that piece, it's worth it. There's someone out there who does understand you. I also mentioned the financial piece of it, and I know that that's something even just in the last few months, like I battled with, and I really had to justify to myself. But again, like I didn't just get like coaching from this or even community, like it really is life changing. I decided for myself how I'm going to invest my time in other areas of my life as well. So spending, an hour on a weekly group call changed more than just that 1 hour of my life.
That's amazing. It's like an investment that keeps giving to you.
Yes, exactly that. Yes,
It gives more
exactly.
to you than you do to it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Thank you. That's inspiring to me. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'll see you in our membership calls.
Yes, for sure.